Yep, 6-1 for Spain against Argentina. Messi wasn't playing again for Argentina. We'll come to their chances in the World Cup in just a second. But how good does that Spain side look, do you think?
Oh, they look very strong. But we're talking, they still got, Piqué, Ramos. We're talking about some of the greatest players to have played our game because of what they've gone on and won. That Spanish team, if you look really from, 2008 European Championships, then the World Cup, then 2012. What they've done, I don't see any other team being able to do. Any national team winning a European Championships, World Cup, European Championships again. It's it's very difficult to underestimate what an achievement that was. And if you look then European Cup-wise, like I just mentioned Ramos, because obviously the European Cups he's won, Piqué, but the players.
Iniesta's still there. Busquets is coming back. Alba's still there.
Yeah. And it's the quality of Isco. It's just as numbers just keep, centre forward wise. Costa. I'm still. After that. Yeah, I'm still not quite. Obviously Costa's a very good player. I'm not sure he quite suits how Spain play, but he's a very, he's an option you would love to have. But at the same time, if it isn't him, I'm not too sure. That real number 9, obviously the years when he had Torres was outstanding for him. But the quality they have everywhere else on the pitch and in numbers as well as a squad, they're definitely going to the tournament as one of the best squads going into the tournament.
Costa with the opening goal, but went off injured in the process. A clash with Romero, who also went off injured in the Argentina goal. From Argentina's point of view, though, yes, they're without Messi and they're going to miss him. But should they miss him as much as they appeared to this evening?
Well, they struggled to get to the World Cup, didn't they?
Yeah.
Massively. Messi got them out of trouble late doors. And if you look at their players, I mean, depending on how they're getting coached, of course, but individually, from a defensive point of view, there's not too many of them that you'd want in our squad or in top squads if you're comparing them to potential winners of the World Cup. Top of the field, yes. Aguero, Messi, Higuain, carry on. But you can't concede 6 goals against Spain unless you are struggling with discipline. You're not... OK, yeah, Messi is a big factor, he is, but I don't think he could have stopped that tonight. No. And they just look all over the place, as they did in qualifying. They conceded too many goals. They lost to Nigeria recently in a friendly game when they've got a tough group as well. I think it's Croatia, Nigeria and Iceland. I mean, Iceland are no mugs, as we know. Or maybe they are, we'll have to wait and see. But I don't fancy Argentina with or without Messi. Really don't. I'd have Spain ahead of Argentina. And we don't need to talk about Germany, do we?
We'll talk about Germany, but I just want to finish talking about Argentina and about Messi because, the coach has said, this is, for Messi, it's like playing with a gun to his head. Do you think that Argentinians expect another Maradona? They've watched an extraordinary player take them to the World Cup.
They always talk about, obviously, the Maradona situation because they always say he single-handedly won the tournament and had a huge effect on the tournament, was the best player. Listen, Maradona was incredible. But also, this Argentinian team, the team that won in '86, were a lot better than the team now is at present. And that's even with Messi in it. Messi's the... greatest player I've ever seen in my lifetime, and I watched Maradona as well, and I adore Maradona, but Messi's the best I've ever seen. I haven't seen a player like him in my lifetime, but this team, even with him in it, it's just too weak. It's too weak, and I actually thought it was a brilliant achievement for him to get to the last World Cup final. Everyone was just hoping he might be able to do something on the day. I think it was just too much, and yeah, it is. A lot of pressure is going to be put. Obviously, Argentina put a lot of pressure on him because obviously they're desperate, and he's the only way they can win a World Cup. But even as someone as great as him, it's still too much of an ask with the team they have there. And we talk about, of course, going forward, they have plenty of options, but defensively, they're just too open, and they just concede too many easy goals, and even goalkeeper as well. I just think they're just too weak without the ball.
Danny, just because you really want to, we're going to talk Germany now. Beaten by Brazil, whistled off the pitch. But it shows where the expectation is, or the expectation level is,
their success has been massive, and they've created that that expectancy level with constant finals and winning trophies, and they're always there. They're so disciplined, they're so organised, they've got talent. They always find that nice balance between being able to see out a game, not play so well. I remember in the World Cup in Brazil, I think it was, they nicked a draw with Ghana in the group and shouldn't have, but they did. They found a way. They were knackered. And then they beat France in a dull game on a set play because they'd worked on them. You know, they find a way. It's not coincidence to keep doing it, but it's got to stop at some point because they haven't got a team littered with brilliant individuals. There's not too many of their players I'd put ahead of our best front three, although I do think Sane is potentially a super player. He could become something really, really special. Well, he already is in my eyes. But when I looked at Brazil tonight, and it's only a friendly, so it's not about this one game, but Brazil, they're still there, aren't they?
Well, you talk about a player littered, a team littered with individual players.
Without Neymar.
Yeah.
I know you fancy Brazil a little bit as well.
Yeah, look, I believe Germany will be there or thereabouts again. They always
I'm just hoping
they always are, and they still have a lot of quality as well.
Yeah.
And with the experience of just winning the World Cup 4 years ago as well,
I think Cruz is massive for them, mate.
Yeah, I agree. But
Brazil,
there's so much I like about this team. They've also got that little bit of steel back as well. They've got a little bit of, they've got those, especially in the centre of the park as well. Fernandinho, one or two others. They've got that balance right, which I thought they've been lacking. Centre back wise, Thiago Silva's now still an outstanding footballer. Full back wise, we know they're going to bomb forward, but Neymar, I'm a little bit concerned, obviously, because of the injury he's had. But if he's fit, he goes into the tournament fresh, on form. I believe they're going to be the team to beat.
And we've run out of time to talk about France, which is a shame because we've only got 3 months to do it.
I fancy France as well.
Sometime in the next 3 months, we promise to be able to talk about them.